Today I'm excited to show you our latest Notion template. It's a free personal task dashboard which can be used for either work tasks or home-based tasks, designed originally to help my partner with his work tasks as a photographer and designer, but you can adapt it for lots of different contexts. The great thing about Notion is that it is so customizable. So I'm going to go through how to set up from the template, which things you can customize, how some of the views work to see like what's due today, what's coming up, which tasks haven't been given a date, how to add new tasks, and then just a bit of a click around to see if it might be a template that is good for you. What I've been learning in understanding what helps ADHD brains, which is, clarity, quick access, flexibility, not trying to squeeze too much in there. It's actually the kinds of things that can be useful to neurotypical folks as well. So let's dive in. Here is our Notion Creators template gallery. I'm just going to move my face to here. So here is our Notion template creators profile, and so you'll see we've got a watch list, a resume, and now the latest one, which is personal dashboard. So this tells you a little bit about the template and who it's been designed for. If you click Get Template and then choose which workspace you want to add it to, you need to be logged in to Notion to do this, but you can have a free account. So we're going to add to the Producing Paradise zone. I like to move my sidebar out of the way, and then it says the template is ready, so we can close that off. And here, anywhere that there's a little gray box is some instructions. So this is just saying it's been kept purposefully simple with one task tracking database, a suggested triage process, and to start by changing the icon to something that you like, and then changing the cover image. So if you change cover, I would like beach scene. Great. I want to bring that palm tree down. Love it. Okay, what else does this say to do? Now we want to pick serif, sans serif, or mono font. So that's in the three dots up here, and you get to pick, let's go with serif. And then you can delete the gray instruction box. So the little dots beside it then have a delete option. Great, cleaned it up. This is already my mission, so I can just delete the replacement text. Whoops. This is already my values. Oh, I think those link to our posts that can give you advice on how to get your mission and values if you don't already know those out of the box. So moving down, today's most essential task. This is where whatever is first on your list, and it's just pre-filled with set up my personal dashboard, assuming that's what you're working on today. The little start of day setup has a toggle to show you the suggested process to start any workday or home workday. So it's triaging existing tasks from this task database. So seeing what's come in, what have you added, what's now due, just doing a bit of a recon of anything that needs to be in there. So you're looking at it all together and then identifying which of those is the most essential. If nothing else for the day, that's the one that you should do. Then picking 2 other urgent tasks, 3 maintenance tasks, and blocking these into your calendar. Estimate the time and then double it. Use the next up view to update due dates to match. So next up view is this little toggle here. And so here is where you can either add new tasks directly. So make a YouTube video. Maybe this one is not urgent. And so then you can use the brain dump so anything that was created today will appear in the brain dump, and you can add new pages. To see all tasks, there's the all view, which is showing them by status. The last 10 tasks that you've done to give you a bit of dopamine for having completed some things. We love dopamine. The undated tasks are things that you have added but not given a due date. So define my personal values. Okay, I want to do that on Friday. Now we can see what this week looks like. Now there's no undated tasks. And due today, 1 not urgent, 1 urgent. Again, you can see how as you flesh this out with more tasks, there'd be a bit more to wade through and to sort of weigh things against each other. I like having tasks at the same level. So if something's going to take a couple of hours, then I might put the detail as part of this task, another part. So I might use a checklist to break it up into its sections, but I also try to keep tasks so that they can be done in one day or in one working session. And if they need longer than that, then I'd break them up into different parts. This little link to Goblin Tools is a really great free tool. So define my personal values, and then you choose your spiciness level. So I'm going to say 2 chilies, not too much breaking down, but not the simplest version. Use the little magic wand and it gives you the list of things. Maybe if I just want it to be clear subtasks, 1 chili level. So you reflect on what matters, list the qualities or principles you admire in others, consider what makes you feel fulfilled or satisfied, prioritize the values that resonate with you the most, and then write a concise statement. And then that would be the thing that you could put up the top here. And my suggestion here is also to set up a recurring 30-minute calendar event at the start of each workday called Daily Task Triage to run through this process. Obviously, if the urgent tasks take longer than the time that you have, you might not get to maintenance tasks, but the idea is just to try and keep working away, like chipping away at the smaller stuff and prioritize the urgent. Okay. Next we have a playlist over here, which is just an instrumental calming playlist. You might replace this with your own. Go to the 3 dots and then replace with a Spotify link to something that you like. So once you've set up for the day, these things would go into your calendar. You work through whatever you need to for the day, and at the end of the day, the idea is that you add any new tasks that came up, you update the existing tasks with any new info, including a new due date. So actually now that's going to be due tomorrow. Oh, this is going to be due today and now it's urgent. And then you mark any tasks that were completed as done. So maybe I get this one finished, it goes into the done pile and disappears the last 10 tasks that you've done to get a bit of dopamine there. I suggest setting up a recurring calendar event at the end of each day called Wrap Up for the Day. It doesn't need to be 30 minutes if that doesn't fit into your schedule. The start of day and end of day, it might just be 5 or 10 minutes. Kind of depends how long you take to go through your task triage process or how much you have on your plate. So that is the task tracker. Then we have a few health reminders. Drink a glass of water with a link to the rationale for drinking lots of water. Move your body with a link to some desk stretches. Take a few long, slow, deep breaths with some breathing techniques linked, and look out the window with a link to window swap, which will just open up a random window somewhere in the world, just like this. Oh, cool. We're taking off. If you decide you want to open a different one, how do we do this? Click again. Hey! And then somewhere else. Click again. It can be fun to just have this open in your other monitor if you've got more than one monitor as just like some background. Or of course you can look out your actual window. Then there's some ADHD resources. So Goblin Tools is that task breakdown link, but it also does some other cool stuff. Like you can go through and have it either formalize your thoughts or judge the tone of some text you've come across. It can be your professor if you want something explained to you. It can be a consultant to understand the pros and cons and advice. It can estimate how long something's going to take, which can be helpful for the task setup. It can compile the brain dump into a list of tasks, so you could start here and then move them into the task adding section. And then it can give you some ideas for what to eat for lunch. The other really useful resources I found are the ADHD Reddit community. That's the main subreddit, but there's some specifically for women or other kind of subreddits, I suppose, for ADHD folks. And then we've got some articles on ADHD, which a lot have been inspired by me and understanding my partner. So I've got some pro tips in some of these recent articles. So there you have it. I have also suggested that a fun rainy day activity is coming up with all your favorite emoji for the footer section. This is of course optional, but I had a good time doing that. As you can see, my favorite emoji are all of them. So that is the whole template, and it's pretty simple. It's only got that one task database because the idea is to just keep it streamlined and have it as a place that's not too overwhelming. You could obviously delete any of these other sections, or you can add new stuff to customize it as you like. Once it's duplicated into your Notion workspace, it is yours to do with as you please. And it's free. Hope this helps someone out there, and any feedback is welcome. I think I can edit and resubmit, or if I edit, it might just push those changes straight through, and you might have to re-duplicate it if you've already duplicated it, or you can have a look at the changes. I'll probably do a little TikTok if I make any significant changes, but pretty happy with where it's up to for now. And of course, there is a blog post all about this. So this may be where you have come to find this video, but it tells you about the key features, some things you might incorporate if you were either editing this dashboard or creating your own. Goes through some of the things that I've just shown you. That's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if this was of interest, or if you might like some of my other tips, and hope to see you again soon.